Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome back. We are continuing our series of looking at old issues of Nintendo Power. Last time we looked at issue number 1. Now the next issue of my collection is issue number 5 with Ninja Gaiden on the cover. Funny thing, I used to call this Ninja Gaiden when I was a kid. But Ninja Gaiden is probably one of the more difficult games I've ever played. I've never ever been able to finish it. So we're going to take a look at issue number 5 of Nintendo Power. Let's get it started. Alright, this one is in better condition than the first issue. Not by much. First of all, we got a welcome to the issue here. And look at this, man. This is like so 80s, early 90s right here. Look at all these NES games. Good lord. I would have loved to have them all in the box again. Alright, table of contents. In this issue we have The Adventure of Link, of course Ninja Gaiden, Adventure Island. One of my all-time favorites, but unfortunately I've never been able to finish it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that first game, oh my gosh. I never finished that one either, that one was hard. The Nintendo Power Awards for 1988, look at that. Alright, and to see with this issue, they have all the mail, all the letters sent in from readers in the front of the magazine. And they do this for the rest of the publication history, I do believe. Yeah, it was always cool to see all the letters that people wrote in. Look at this. I am 83 years old. I bought an NES 2 years ago. Wow. 1989 issue, and they were 83 years old and bought a Nintendo. That's awesome to me. And here we go. The first game we cover is Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Now, I'll be honest, when I was a kid, I hated this game. I absolutely hated it. I had no idea how the leveling system worked. But as an adult, I love it, man. Like, as an adult, I love the game. It's fun to me. I actually understand the leveling system, so I don't know, I appreciate it more as an adult. But yeah, here we go, the classic Nintendo Power maps. Map of the overworld here, showing you where different items are. Items Link must have. This is one thing I always liked about Nintendo Power. They'd always show the maps. Like I said in the first episode, all the power-ups on the maps they would show you. And are we missing pages? I don't think so. We went from, wow, we might be missing pages. We immediately go to the 5th palace. No, we're not missing pages. This is page 10, so it just went to the 5th palace. Okay then. That's kind of weird, but but yeah, a map of the 5th palace, how to defeat the boss. The 6th palace here. I guess they decided 1 through 4 were pretty easy and you didn't need a map. I don't know. I'm trying to keep the whole magazine in camera view here. I can't actually see the camera from where I'm sitting, so apologies. How to get to the Great Palace. Consumer Electronics Show Report from 1989. Good night, dude. Look at this, man. Consumer Electronics Show from 1989. The Power Glove. I never had a Power Glove. I always wanted the Power Glove, but I never had one. Oh man, they go for a pretty penny on eBay though. Not a price I'm willing to pay right now. Look at this, Mega Man 2. The game is incredible. Graphics are huge and detailed. And here we go. Our cover art. The main focus of this issue, Ninja Gaiden. Like I said, extremely difficult game for me. I never finished. I believe I beat the first stage and that was it. And even that was questionable if whether or not I would actually finish it. But like I said, all the maps here. All the maps, all the different locations, items, enemies, areas to be wary of. Excuse me. Look at this, man. I always appreciated the detailed maps for Nintendo Power. Area 3, Act 3. Look at this, man. Even more maps. We even have the list of weapons down here. So this is pretty cool, man. That's why I said Nintendo Power is always my favorite video game magazine. And here we go, Hudson's Adventure Island. I absolutely love Adventure Island, but like I said, I can never finish it. It's so much fun, but for me, it's just so difficult. So here we go, Adventure Island. We go the maps, different things that are going to happen, different things to look out for. I always thought that was pretty cool, man. Here we have the different creatures and characters in the game at the bottom. Finding the bonus stage. Just a really, really fun game. I used to have this complete in box, and like a moron, I sold it a few years ago. A decision I regret to this day. I sold most of my complete in box NES games 2 years ago. And we have new title previews here. Strider. And a bunch of maps, strategies for Strider. Cobra Triangle. I actually never played this. I always wanted to. I'm going to have to get it on the emulator now. But I always wanted to play this. I have to hold this together. I don't know if this was taped together or not, but man, it is not opening all the way. Yeah, Cobra Triangle. That game always looked so fun to me. The Adventures of Bayou Billy is another one I never played, ever. And more Bayou Billy. Even more Bayou Billy. I might have to give this one a try. And of course, the gray and white NES Zapper. That's the Zapper I grew up with, the gray and white one. Now, real quick story. I moved to Italy for 3 years. And like I said, this was the only Zapper I knew of. I came back to the US and we had the orange and gray Zapper, and I always thought it was fake. I didn't think it was the actual Nintendo Zapper because I was used to the gray and white instead of the orange and gray. And now I've got both of them hanging on the wall because I am a nerd. Alright, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've already done a video about how big of a Ninja Turtle fan I was. Introduced to them when I was living in Italy. That's actually where I got this game from, when I was living in Italy. I was so excited about this game, but man, this game was hard as hell. It was so difficult for me. I got past the Turtle Van level once. Most of the time the Turtle Van level is as far as I got. But here we go, area number 1. The infamous underwater level with with that awesome music where you defuse all the bombs. Is that it? Yep. Counselor's Corner. I talked about this in the last episode. Counselor's Corner. This was the only video game magazine I know of where you could write into them with a question about how to get past a certain part of a game, and they would actually write you back and send you a letter back in the mail telling you how to get past it. And to this day, I wish I would have kept those response letters because that would have been a cool collectible to have. And then they always had a profile of some of the counselors in the Counselor's Corner here. Look at this dude right here. Looks like he should be on Night Court. But yeah, Counselor's Corner was awesome. The Nestor comic, I was never a fan of Nestor. I'm sorry. I never read any of the comics. I just thought Here we have classified information, which is all the cheat codes. Oh yeah, plenty of Wizards and Warriors, Double Dragon. But don't you dare make a video and put it on YouTube where you're using a cheat code, man, because the elitists, oh my god, they hate that. And we wouldn't want to offend them, would we? Bunch of crybabies. Yeah, strategies for Adventure of Link. This is actually one of the longer classified information sections I've seen. It's usually not this many pages. This is always a favorite of mine. The top 30. Number 1 game for the NES, Super Mario Bros. 2. Number 2, Zelda 2. Number 3, The Legend of Zelda. So you can see the top 30 games for the system. Contra number 5, Double Dragon number 9, Metroid number 10. Oh yeah. And this is like pros picks, dealers picks. I don't know who the pros were. Never really cared. And a complete game pack directory for the NES system. Every single NES game released is on this list. Well, as of this publication of this issue, these are all the NES cartridge games. You have all the games, the category, number of players, if it's saved with a password, battery, the release date, and the company that made the game. So that's pretty cool, man. I like that. And then you have the business addresses of all the different game companies here. I guess if you want to write them in or something. The Power Pad Playoffs, 89. What in the world? The Power Pad Playoffs. World Class Track Meet, I had that. When I got my first NES, the game was the 3-in-1 cartridge, had Super Mario Bros., Duck Hunt, and World Class Track Meet. I loved World Class Track Meet. Never had Dance Aerobics. Funny fact, I actually have a Power Pad in almost pristine condition in the closet. Still in the box. I thought about hanging it on the wall, but I have no room in here to hang it, so it's just in the closet in the box for right now. But yeah, Super Team Games. I never played that one either. California Games, I've played that a few times. I loved it. Taboo the Sixth Sense. When I lived in Italy, we'd go to the base BX, and Taboo the Sixth Sense was always one of the games that was always there, always available to buy. I don't know if it was not popular or if they just kept having to order it because it was selling out or what, but I never played it. Nobunaga's Ambition, Desert Commander. Then you have Mappyland, Airwolf, Predator, Flying Dragon. I used to love the Airwolf TV show. And NES Journal. Oh, man. No idea what that is. NES Trivia Test. Got different questions about the games here to see how much you know. And so they used to have a thing in the early days, celebrity profiles, where they would have profiles of celebrities who actually played Nintendo games. Look at this out of sight page, kind of like a find the difference. Nintendo Power Awards 88. Oh, look at that. The person who owned this magazine before me actually filled this out. Oh, wow. That's his old address, too. I wonder if he still lives there. I doubt it. I never noticed that before. He actually filled it out and was going to cast a ballot. So he filled this out in 1989. Wow, dude. I don't know why, but that's so cool to me. And these are the different categories you can vote on. Best graphics and sound, best challenge, play control, best theme, best overall game. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. They will let you vote on that. And a rating system explanation based on not the ESRB, that was not around. And then here's all the back issues available. Last episode we did the first issue. That's what the cover looks like. Unfortunately, my cover is completely ripped off, and as you saw, that magazine was not in great condition at all. I want to say I had Zelda 2 somewhere. I don't know. I could have sworn I had Zelda 2. Maybe I put it out of order, and we'll get to it eventually. Video Spotlight, Power Players, just people bragging about how good they are at video games, pretty much. The NES Achievers, all the high scores, the 999,000 scores, and basically, yeah, have your city and state, basically just high scores posted there. Pack Watch, games that are coming out in the future. DuckTales, Rescue Rangers. DuckTales was awesome, man. I love DuckTales. I love the Rescue Rangers cartoon, too. Arcade Alley, Pinball Alley. And Gossip Galore, Godzilla. Yeah, the Godzilla game. I was not a fan of the Godzilla game at all. Oh, and apparently whatever this was, he sent this off. Have a friend subscribe to Nintendo Power and you become an honorary member of Team Power. So apparently whoever had this before me cut this out and had one of his friends subscribe. And it looks like that is, yep, that is it. That's the back cover. Pretty sure he doesn't live at that address anymore. It should be fine. This was 1989. But yeah, that is it. That is issue number 5 of Nintendo Power. So, always a cool thing to look back and see what was coming out, what was brand new. And I always think it's fun to think back because, like me, I'm 38 years old. When I grew up, NES was my first console, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. Then the Super Nintendo came out, and I thought nothing can beat this. Then, of course, you had the 64, Nintendo 64, and I thought this is as good as it's ever going to get. So it's fun to me to look back and see this, all these games coming out and all the hype around them, thinking that it wouldn't get any better, but yet it does. So I was lucky enough to be here long enough to see the evolution of video games, and I always think it's fun, man, just to look back. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. This was issue number 5 of Nintendo Power. I hope y'all enjoyed looking back at it as much as I did. That was fun, man. That was fun. I can't wait to do the next episode. So that being said, we're going to call it a wrap. That was Nintendo Power, issue number 5. I appreciate y'all watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. A friend of mine on YouTube made a comment in the last video. He called it Beeftendo Power, and I'm seriously considering calling this show Beeftendo Power. I'm really close. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have an awesome week, an awesome weekend, and I'll see you on the next video. Y'all take care.